We set out to build a space where people could be creative. We knew that if we could bring together diverse groups to collaborate, that innovative ideas would emerge. We named the space the Collab Lab, and during this presentation, I'll share with you what we've been doing during our first few months and what we have planned for the future. The Collab Lab is located on the first floor of our library, so it gets great foot traffic. It's an open space where students, faculty, staff, and community members can come together to work on projects. When designing this space, we knew it was important for it to be open and flexible, a place where people would go to be creative and share ideas. We also knew that people should have lots of options to explore their creativity. So, while we certainly have ample whiteboards and Post-its, we also have some really great high-tech toys like virtual reality stations, programmable microcontrollers, video production tools, and 3D printers. In this floor plan, you can see the layout of the space. We've intentionally designed a flexible room that's optimized for small group collaboration. We position the technology around the periphery. So as you can see, when people enter, they see places for group work, but they're also aware of the technology that's available. And this creates a welcoming environment where visitors don't feel overwhelmed by the technology. In fact, we intentionally opted for laptop computers housed in a cart rather than desktop machines so that the room wouldn't look like a computer lab. We focus on human-centered design, so spaces where humans can connect are front and center. Visitors are free to explore different modalities. So for example, they might start by sketching an idea on the whiteboard, then they might transition to sculpting it in Play-Doh or creating a cardboard model. Then they might produce a high-resolution rendering using 3D modeling software. It really depends on the project and its current state. Now our staff have expertise and can coach in software, hardware, and the design process. So for example, if a visitor needs help to communicate their ideas with a concept video, we can help them plan, shoot, and edit. And the lab's open from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. and accommodates most busy schedules. Some equipment like the laser cutter requires special training, which we offer regularly. And what we find is that once people are certified, they tend to visit often and explore the technology's capabilities. They seem to be empowered, and they feel a sense of ownership. But we opened the lab in August, and I have to say that at first people didn't exactly know what to make of it. So we were hearing questions like, well, can anyone use this? Yes. Is it free? Yes. Can we use it for anything? Yes. Tell us what you'd like to work on. How can we help you to create it? And we found that by engaging people with a curious spirit, letting them think for themselves, and applying the design thinking methodology, we could help lead them to a structured problem-solving approach. And so far, this has been really effective to help teams progress through their ideas. So what do students typically do? Well, it really depends. Sometimes there's an autonomous team who comes in with a plan, and these students know exactly what space they want to use and what equipment they want to work on. And our protocol for these groups is just to check in with them to see what they're doing, offer our assistance, but otherwise just let them go. But it's really great when a natural synergy forms. Sometimes a student will come in with an idea and she'll explain it to us and start to sketch it on the board, and someone within earshot will chime in and start to collaborate. And really that's what we're going for. You can't plan for this magical serendipity, but you can set the stage to make it more likely. We also schedule a wide variety of workshops, and these range from design thinking to visits from local entrepreneurs sharing their story. We're really open to anything. For example, next month, we're hosting a workshop on origami. In the next slide, you'll see high school girls who, while visiting our campus, learned about iterative development by improving the design of paper airplanes. The furniture is all movable, so we're flexible in the types of formats we can use for events. And a lot of times, we reconfigure the layout actually during the event, and it turns out that adding that kind of variety can help to inspire more creativity. Now, when we hear people talk about the Collab Lab on campus, they usually mention technology. But to be honest, the majority of our work uses lo-fi material. We learned a lot from visiting and attending Venturewell last year, and we've drawn inspiration from visiting places like the Harvard iLab. We're building our own success stories. We're experimenting, we're finding what works and what doesn't, all the while keeping an open mind to new possibilities. There's one concept that continuously plays out, and it's echoed in the words of Stephen Johnson to Steve Jobs, and that is that great ideas come from collaboration and teamwork. We're also excited to be involved in our regional entrepreneurial ecosystem. We formed an alliance with the University of Toledo, ProMedica, and Mercy Health Systems in Ohio to leverage local resources. A venture development firm called NextTech acts as a hub through which ideas can be funneled resources. And our efforts reach beyond the commercial space. We're supporting projects that could potentially make a major social impact. In fact, a group of faculty members are working together to address the opioid crisis, which is particularly relevant in our state of Ohio, as well as other issues that have to do with regional economic development, water quality, and renewable energy. Our hope for the future is that creativity and innovation continue to be valued on our campus. Our aspirations, I think, align with everyone here. We want to help students break away from conventional thinking, to be fearless, to be imaginative, to be innovative, and to help make the world a better place. Thank you all for listening. We hope you find our initiative interesting, and we look forward to speaking with you and learning from you during this conference.